Hello from Hobart Airport in Tasmania. I'm Patrick Hughes and this is Planet Patrick. Today's flight is with Air New Zealand from here in Hobart, Tasmania, over to Auckland in New Zealand. I wasn't able to check in for this flight, despite the fact I've got a New Zealand ETA visa, but I think they need to see my return ticket before they can issue a boarding pass. I'm flying economy but paid extra for a package Air New Zealand calls The Works. More coming up on what that includes in a moment. I wasn't able to check in because they were looking for evidence of my onward flight, which I have. 13th of November, yeah. Yeah, just one. Okay, thanks a lot. There wasn't too much of a queue because I was here 3 hours ahead of my flight time, but I was delighted to see that the desk was already open. Just a couple of people ahead of me, so it took no more than 10 minutes all in all. The reason I wasn't able to check in online was providing evidence of my onward journey. I had a screenshot of that on my phone. I provided it to the gate agent and all is good. I was listening to someone else's conversation. Sorry about that. And I believe that here at Hobart, everybody goes through domestic security first, including international passengers. Then any food, coffee, that kind of thing is available in the domestic terminal. And then about 1 hour before our flight to Auckland, we're then able to proceed to the gate. Let's see how it works in reality, starting with domestic security. On the departures board here behind me, it states that Auckland is international. I'm sure it'll become clear in due course where we need to go. The terminal here in Hobart is comparatively small, but it's got everything that you need. A coffee shop and small restaurant over there, a gift shop for Chigmaleries over here. Behind me there's a small duty-free and a healthier cafe called Live Eat. We can get something delicious like a freshly squeezed celery juice. That's what we all want at this time in the morning. Okay, I'm off to get coffee. Well, the coffee is nice. I think the coffee shop is a bit overwhelmed with the number of people turning up at the same time. There weren't a lot of choices in terms of crossing the Tasman Sea from here in Tasmania. In fact, Air New Zealand was the only option at the time that I was booking. And even then, it's restricted only to certain days. Air New Zealand is of course the flag carrier of New Zealand and serves around 20 domestic and up to 30 international destinations, most of them around the Pacific Rim. If you've never flown them before, the airline is particularly good at getting aviation headlines. For example, with its economy Sky Couch, where you can book out an entire row of seats and it'll be turned into kind of a couch or a bed for you. If you're travelling with someone else, you can share that and stretch out and sleep for a long-haul flight. The airline is also launching Sky Nest, a series of sleeping pods, also in economy, which you'll be able to book for 4-hour sessions so that you can take a nap somewhere more comfortable during a long-haul flight. Sounds good. I'd like to try that. But sadly, that's not what I'm going to be experiencing today. I'll be seated in economy on an Airbus A321neo, at least that's what I'm expecting to see, although I do have a small upgrade to Air New Zealand's The Works package, which added a checked bag, seat selection, a small meal and a drink on this roughly 3-hour service from Hobart to Auckland. It shouldn't be too long until they open the international part of Hobart Terminal for us to head through and get ready for today's flight. The sign has just changed to say to go to the international gate. Off we go. So there was a secondary security with full body scan. Happily, you didn't have to take things out of your bag though, which makes life always a little bit easier. And then Australian border control. Now we're in the so-called international lounge where we wait for our flight to Auckland, which I think is the only international flight today out of Hobart. Hiya. Thanks a million. Hiya.
Welcome.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Fabulous.
Welcome aboard.
bound for Auckland. Taking off towards the south-east here today, and we'll be climbing up 35,000 feet across the Tasman today, like a flight time of around 3 hours and 15 minutes. Nice day for flying, mainly smooth flying conditions, perhaps a few bumps after takeoff, but otherwise smooth across to Auckland. I'll update you during the flight with our arrival time and the weather in Auckland. In the meantime, sit back and relax. Thanks for flying with us today. Leaving the cable hands are fantastic. Latest team, they've got influence as we mentioned, Danielle. Thank you.
Armrests are lowered and window shades are open. We're about to explain the safety procedures for this aircraft. Smoking and vaping is not allowed anywhere on this aircraft. Charging e-cigarettes and vapes is also prohibited.
That is check, engine check. You guys ready? Take off. Yeah.
Flight attendants must now be seated for takeoff. Everyone, when the seatbelt signs are on, your seatbelt must be fastened. We recommend that your seatbelt is always fastened and visible during the flight.
Oh, there's music in here. So this is the toilet on board the Air New Zealand A321neo. They've got wallpaper. But otherwise, it's everything you might expect. Tissues, hand towels and a little sink here. The twilight zone down here. Ooh, they've got seat covers. Posh. Nice. And some lovely moths. That's it. That's the toilet report. Yes, please. May I have the chicken if you've any left? Yeah. Thanks. Okay, here we go. So over here we have a salad, a warm bread roll, a canary squeeze, which seems to be butter and sunflower oil for placing in the bread roll. Little chocolate brownie. I'm expecting, oh yeah, it's birchwood cutlery and a little chicken dish. I have to say it doesn't look the most appetizing, but hopefully it tastes okay. It's alright. And just like that, we're getting ready to land.
Welcome to Auckland, New Zealand. For your safety, you must remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until that seatbelt sign is turned off.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Take care.
Goodbye.
Well, that was a pretty smooth ride with Air New Zealand from Hobart to Aotearoa, New Zealand. One more thing to do here, immigration. Passport control was pretty packed. Took about 15 minutes, so still not that bad. And no, I didn't read any of the questions correctly. And yes, I caused a delay. Time for baggage claim. There was a line-up at customs that took about 40 minutes. The super positive thing about that flight was the fact that there wasn't anybody sitting in the middle seat. That always makes it a lot easier. I can't tell you that Air New Zealand's The Works package is particularly worth it, simply because the food really wasn't very appetizing. However, the friendly and efficient staff do make the flight, and our Kiwi crew was top-notch, even handing out lollies before the end to help people with landing nerves.
Online passport?
Online. This is the important thing that you want. Hi.
Who's going?
One way, please, into the Sky City, please. And just like that, I walked out of Auckland Airport. The bus to the city centre was right there and I had to get right on it. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you haven't subscribed yet, doing so will notify you when new videos are posted. If you'd like to see what this hotel is like and other places that I stay as a solo traveller, you can check out my other channel, Trek Solo. A link exists which follows all of my destinations as a solo traveller. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Planet Patrick. Until the next one, take care. Bye bye.